UFC Oklahoma City is a wrap, boys. As y'all can see, Dricus du Plessis did get the win over KAMARU USMAN via unanimous decision. We will get to the main event in a second. Stay with me. We're going to hit a couple of the other fights because overall, top to bottom, this was a pretty decent card. I won't go through every single fight in detail, but I'll get to some of the fights that were some of the better fights or some of the better names or just fights or people I was impressed with. So let's start things off with Ezra Elliott. I've been following Ezra for a little bit now just because he trains with Sean and Tommy and Tim and trains at the lab and with all those people over there. So I've been following him for a little bit, watched him on the regional scene, things of that nature. Not really too much to say about this fight, in fairness. He got stung in the first round a little bit early, and after that, it was just Damian Anderson just couldn't do anything with the jiu-jitsu or with his guard, and Ezra just took him down at will and controlled him for 3 rounds. So not really the most entertaining fight in the world, but short notice, I'm pretty sure, for both guys. But I know Ezra missed weight by a pound. It's just a pound, though, on a couple days' notice. I know he's a professional, so he needs to make weight and all that, but I think he'll be all right. I don't think he's going to struggle to make the weight, and I'm happy to see my boy get a UFC contract debut, get a win. And Damian's not a bum. You know, if you know, you know. Damian Anderson's not a complete bum. So on a couple days' notice, UFC debut, you know, he didn't just fight a plumber, you know. So Damian's got a little game to him. He's a good jiu-jitsu guy. So overall, wasn't the prettiest, but Ezra got the win. So a win's a win. Not too much to complain about for Ezra. Good win for him. Looking forward to see what he does in the future. And real quick, I want to hit this. I can't say my boy's name. So I'm going to butcher it hella bad. So y'all, if y'all know who he is or if y'all know how to say his last name, y'all can say that. But my boy John Paul, whatever, versus my boy Koo. I was honestly really impressed with John Paul. I was thoroughly impressed with how he could mix in the striking and grappling. He seemed really comfortable to both. And even walking out to the cage, when he got in the cage during the fight, he had a little bit of swagger to him. He looked real calm, real comfortable, no matter where the fight was, how the fight was going. He stayed composed. And I was really impressed with him, man. He threw a good jab, had good combinations on the feet, mixed in takedowns. Even if Koo, which is a guy who typically always has a good top control and decent power in the hands, decent striking. Nothing crazy, but overall, Koo's a pretty game opponent, and John Paul won pretty clearly to me. So I was really impressed with him. I'm going to have to keep an eye on him throughout his career and kind of see what he does. Hopefully, they'll give him a decent matchup next. I'll have to go back and do my homework a little bit and see who always fought, beat, and lost to and things like that. But overall, I was really impressed with him as a mixed martial artist, I can't lie. So I'm going to be keeping my eye on him. Next up, on the last fight on the prelims, we had Austin Bashi versus Jose Miguel Delgado. These odds say it was split odds, but on the sportsbook I use, Jose was actually like a plus 110 or something, so actually a slight underdog. Pretty much a pick'em, but a slight underdog. And to be fair, to start off the fight, I was a little worried because Austin came out blazing, man. He came out blazing, throwing big shots, tagged Jose a couple times. I think he hurt him. He actually dropped him once pretty early in the fight, I think within the first, 1-2 minutes of the fight. Dropped Jose. Didn't hurt him too bad. Jose was able to recover, get back to his feet. But I believe it was early in the second round after losing the first. Jose hurt Austin really bad with a clean counter shot. Caught him coming in with a big overhand step, like a pullback counter. Bam. Hurt him really bad. Almost had him out of there. He almost got Austin out of there. I don't know. Shout out to my boy Austin Bashi, man. What a tough kid. He's only like 24 years old, too. He's barely older than me, but yeah. He's a warrior for surviving that because he got battered for a little bit there. A couple things, though. I do worry. I think Jose's good. I really do, and I think he has a lot of potential in the featherweight division, and he's young. I think he's only 27 or 28 years old, but there's a couple things that I worry about him with. Like when he throws that high kick, he kind of drops his hand a little bit, and he's really susceptible to check hooks, counters, things like that. Not even just high kicks. Even when he throws his body kicks, and I worry about him in the pocket, like right up in the pocket a little bit. But fundamentally, though, when he's on the outside and he's pop shotting people, jab, cross, 1, 2, 3s, body shots, things like that. Think he's got decent hands, decent kicks, and he can mix it up well too. I'm sure he has a decent ground game. He wasn't lost on the ground whatsoever. Showed good jiu-jitsu. Whenever he would get shot on or start getting reversed, he would pull that front headlock. So overall, it's pretty impressed with Jose. Good performance after that Fili fight. And the Fili fight wasn't even really a bad performance either, even though it was a split decision. He Fili's been around for a long time, man. He's a vet, so it is what it is. But yeah, I just want to see Jose clean up some of his hands in the pocket, just a touch. Like he's okay, but I just worry about that hand coming down. Like he was getting check hooked a lot by a guy who, no disrespect to Austin, he's good. He was a warrior and everything, and he mixed it up nice as well. But his striking wasn't really polished. Like he was really winging shots, and he caught Jose whenever they were in the pocket a few times, and caught Jose with a couple counters. So Jose will be all right, man. Clean a couple things up. He'll come out, put on another good performance, and here in a couple years' time, I think Jose Delgado can be a pretty good featherweight contender. Now, we get to the real action, baby. Tommy McMillan versus Alberto Montez. Holy fucking shit, what was that? That was one of the oh my God, just look at these strike numbers. Like 252 significant strikes. I'm pretty sure Tommy broke a record for significant strikes. That was one of the sickest fights and sickest performances I've seen in a minute. Even Tom in the first round, both got dropped, I believe. Alberto dropped Tommy. Not too bad. Tommy came back, check hooked him, dropped him, and they were going back and forth in the first. But from the second round on, Tommy pretty much took over. And yeah, in the second round, he landed 97 significant strikes, man. He even pulled a Habib out. He was sitting there telling Alberto, talk now. Let's talk now. Like when the round ended and stuff. So once Tommy got in that flow state, it was GG's for my boy Alberto. No chance. He stood no chance once Tommy got going. But even though Tommy's aggressive and everything, honestly, I feel like it takes him a little bit to kind of get going in a fight. Maybe I'm bugging. I'm not an MMA coach, but honestly, I feel like he should come out just a little bit slower, even though it's entertaining and I love watching it. I'm not going to complain about it, but I just feel like he should come out a little bit slower because when he first came out, he was just winging shots and he got caught real early. But once he got into that flow, it was just constant volume, straight punches, knees, kicks, mixing everything up. He didn't really... I don't even think he shot, but just on the feet, just his volume was just outrageous. Like, honestly, I don't know if I've seen something like that, maybe other than Max Holloway. But the whole fight, I mean, it was nonstop. Like, when you're coming to fight Tommy, you gotta be in serious shape, and you gotta be ready to go to that dark place for sure. Cause holy shit, I'm so tired. It's even should have made this video in the morning with like a clearer thought process and clearer mind, but Jesus Christ, man, this was like seriously one of the sickest performances I've ever seen. It was just not like, if you didn't watch that fight, you have to go back and watch that fight. Trust me, it was nonstop from bell to bell. Tommy just would not stop throwing, was backing Alberto up, landing big body shots, landing straight 1-2s, landing hooks, landing knees, landing kicks. Man, Tommy's gonna be. I think Tommy's gonna be a star if he's not already. And he's in a weird situation because he's only had 2 fights in the UFC, so he's not gonna get a ranked guy. He's not gonna get like a contender or anything like that. The UFC's not gonna throw him at somebody and just like, get him beat or anything like that right now. But man, I'd be lying if I didn't, just for my entertainment alone, didn't want to see Tommy fight one of the better guys. But definitely think he has to age in the sport a little bit, gain a little more experience, fight some better guys, to kind of work his way up. But man, at some point it's going to be hard not to push this guy, because after that performance tonight, I truly believe Tommy's going to be a star. And if a lot of people didn't know him before, a lot of people are going to know him now, because I haven't even checked social media during or after any of these fights, but I'm sure that's everywhere. Because like I said, I'm pretty sure, I don't know if I said this or not actually, but he broke the significant strike record for his division. Like I said, a 3-round fight, he landed 252 significant strikes and threw 513. Just think about that. 513 significant strikes in a 15-minute fight. Holy shit. Tommy's a dog, man. Tommy's a dog. That was crazy. Moving on, we'll hit this one real quick. Chase Hooper came out, threw a kick, threw a jab, took bro down, rear naked choked him in about 30 seconds. Chase Hooper's back in the win column, got on the mic and talked about how he's still not gooning, and that's pretty much all there was to that one. Jared Cannonier versus CLD Christian Leroy Duncan. This, fuck, man. Jared at 42 is still, I don't care what anybody says. People can say what they want about the fight or about the performance, but man, he's a dog. He's a dog. He's a dog. Because Christian Leroy Duncan, bro, the best comparison I can give for him is he is a calculated crackhead, a CC, a calculated crackhead. And honestly, I don't even know if he's that calculated, to be real. But for a crackhead, he's calculated for sure. Some of the shit he was doing, he came out blazing, man. And to be that size, like I know it's middleweight, but CLD looked big to me, man. He looked like he was in good shape. We still got USADA around, or whoever the drug testing company is. They need to come, might need to come piss test, bro. I'm not gonna lie, because he looked like he was in crazy shape. But yeah, Christian Leroy Duncan, the fucking calculated crackhead, came out there throwing spinning elbows, knees, spinning kicks, fucking. I mean, I don't even know how to give an analysis on this fight. Jared had the right game plan. He had to do what he had to do. I mean, Jared tried to clinch him up, land elbows and punches and things like that out of the clinch, took him down a couple times. And even though CLD did slow down, some of the stuff he was throwing, I'm surprised he didn't just fully gas out, to be real. Because there was points in that fight where it looked like Jared was gaining a little bit of momentum, but it just got shut down. It didn't last long. But overall, 42 years old, I'd say Jared showed, a decent performance. In round 3, he had 3 takedowns. He landed a takedown in round 1, but it just wasn't enough, man. He got hit with some big shots, wobbled. Shit. 42, man. Jared Cannonier's chin needs to be studied, yo. Like, I know he gets rocked. I know he's been dropped a couple times in his last few fights, but my God, yo, he got fucking battered at points during this fight. I mean, he got hit with elbows, spinning elbows. Y'all need to go watch Christian Leroy Duncan in this fight. If you want to see some real ninja shit, CLD, man. Like, he was throwing stuff from all over the place. It was crazy, but yeah, CLD gets the job done. Unanimous decision over Jared Cannonier pretty clearly. But I'm not going to be like everybody else. Shout out Jared, man. Shout out Jared. He ate a lot of big shots, took a lot of punishment, was in the fight the whole time, trying to find a finish, trying to stay in the fight, clinching, wrestling, throwing his own shots, elbows out of the clinch. So shout out Jared, man. I'm not sure what's next for him, but needless to say, honestly, I don't think it was a terrible performance from Jared. He did what he could and tried to do what he had to do to win the fight. So moving on in the main event, Dricus Du Plessis versus KAMARU Usman. And wow, man, this fight kind of went how I saw it going. I just didn't expect it to go to a decision. Fuck. I don't want to be disrespectful, but because I'm going to give him his props. But Dricus kind of beat the fuck out of KAMARU Usman. I mean, I've never, I can't tell if KAMARU's just that slow or if Dricus at 30-something years old is just way faster now. I don't know, but all I'll say is there was a big speed difference, man, and something I'll give KAMARU is he's got a good poker face, because there was one time in the first round he got stung really bad and wobbled, And it's like every time he'd get wobbled, you couldn't, like, there was no real facial expression, anything like that. His legs would kind of go. And I don't even think Dricus picked up on it, but it was like almost everything Dricus, especially in the first 2 rounds, was hitting KAMARU with was wobbling him bad. I would have liked to see Dricus kind of chase the finish just a touch more, if he could improve. Like, he's a good kickboxer. He's awkward for sure, but I'd say he's a pretty good kickboxer. And I think that's kind of what he did before MMA, to be real. But I would have liked to, when he wobbled KAMARU a couple times, had him against the fence, let the hands go just a little bit more. I know he has good kicks and good knees, and he was looking for that knee a lot, I'm assuming, because he expected KAMARU to shoot a lot more takedowns, and he caught KAMARU with the knee, but I just would have liked to see him get his hands go. I think Dricus could have got a finish in those first 2 rounds if he would have just went for it real hard. But, hindsight's 20/20, so what he saw in there might not be what we're seeing on the TV. I don't know, but yeah, man. First 2 rounds, like I said, I don't know how KAMARU didn't go down, but Dricus rocked him bad. Head kicks. He caught him with a head kick, caught him with a right hand in the first round behind the temple. Caught him with a knee that buckled him really bad. Man, Dricus kind of looked good, man. I'm not gonna lie. Either KAMARU's washed, or fucking Dricus is just low key that guy, I guess, because he looked good, man. Dricus looked good. But I'm gonna go through all the stats and stuff from round 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, so y'all can keep up with that. Just follow my cursor on the screen. But yeah, man. Clear win in round 1 for Dricus. Clear win in round 2 for Dricus. Like I said, wobbled him a bunch of times. Didn't manage to drop him. I don't know how. Round 3, though, the tide did kind of start to shift a little bit. KAMARU started pushing Dricus back a little bit. Landed a couple right hands. Had a couple good feints on the takedown. Landed some good shots out of the feint, but I still don't think he did enough to win the round. Probably, to be real with you. Still fell behind on significant strikes and total strikes. But this round and round 3 and round 5 are really the only 2 rounds KAMARU didn't get just absolutely bombed with something. Round 4, I think, in this, if I'm remembering correctly, KAMARU kept up with total and significant strikes in round 4, but I think he got wobbled really bad by a knee. Dricus was shooting that, he would go southpaw whenever USMAN would feint the takedown or try to shoot a shot. He was just getting clobbered with the knee, man. Like, I know we've seen KAMARU USMAN, flatline KO'd before, but I gotta admit, I don't think his chin's that bad. I don't think it's that easy to put KAMARU out cold. He'll buckle. You can get reactions out of him. His legs will go. He'll get a little wobbly, but something I noticed about KAMARU, he recovers very quickly. It's hard to put him away for sure. I'm just confused to what KAMARU's game plan was a little bit in this fight, man. Like, some of the shots just were not good shots, and he didn't really shoot. I don't know what the game plan was, because on the feed he didn't offer really anything. It was just, I know he has good boxing fundamentals, but KAMARU doesn't have great hands, man. It's like a 1-2, like, that's it. There's no ba 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 ba. There's like 3, 4, 5 punch combinations. 1, 2, 3. Like, there's no. It's just 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2. Yeah, he doesn't offer much on the feet, and it became a little predictable. Dricus was way faster, more power, bigger. Yeah, man. Bad night in the office for KAMARU for sure. In round 5, KAMARU had a good round in round 5. You can make a case for him winning that, but I still just don't think so. I don't know. This might have been a clean sweep. The ending of the fight, though, KAMARU chased it, man. Dricus looked gassed. He gassed out towards the end, and KAMARU really chased the finish at the end, landed some good shots in the last few seconds of the fight. Tried to have a rocky moment, but it was just too little too late. But with that being said, I do want to give kudos to KAMARU, man. Honestly, I do. I don't know where he's going to go from here. But he did show a lot of heart, and he took a lot of damage, stayed in there, put on a good poker face, got buckled, rocked a ton of times. And in the 5th round, man, he was the one at the end of the fight, walking Dricus down, looking for a finish, ripped a couple shots to the body, ripped the right hand, had Dricus balled against the fence. But like I said, it was just too little too late. So, yeah, key points to this fight. Round 3 and round 5, KAMARU, had some success. But round 1, 2, and 4, he was getting absolutely tanked, boys. He was getting absolutely tanked. I don't know where KAMARU goes from here. I didn't watch the post-fight interview, so if he retired or something, I haven't seen it. But he's a fighter, man, so I doubt, egos and pride and things like that. I don't think he's going to retire, but I don't think a title shot or a title in general is in KAMARU's future. And if I was him, maybe this is why I'm not a fighter. Maybe he's a better man than me. I don't know, but I'm not just fighting up-and-coming killers that are being put in front of me to make a name for themselves and feed off my name value and, hand me L's on my record pretty much. So I don't really see a point for KAMARU anymore, but shit, whatever he decides to do, I'll watch. But yeah, man, overall tough night in the office. But yeah, boys, top to bottom, pretty good card. If you guys didn't watch that Tommy McMillan fight, y'all boys got to go watch that. Even the main event, because I'm so tired, man. I feel like I didn't really do a good job at like breaking the fight down in detail, more of just like a summary. But yeah, y'all boys go watch the Dricus KAMARU fight. Watch the fucking ninja Christian Leroy Duncan do ninja shit. And watch Tommy. If you're not a UFC fan, somehow you came across this video, go watch those 3 fights. Probably be a UFC fan after that, or an MMA fan in general. But yeah, I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about. Anyways, I'll catch y'all boys later. Y'all have a good one. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. And until next time, y'all, peace out.